Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lydia McIntyre, and I serve as the planning engineer with the Greensboro Department of Transportation and the Greensboro Urban Area Metropolitan Planning Organization. I also have the privilege of serving as the project manager for Vision Zero Greensboro, an initiative dedicated to eliminating fatal and serious injury crashes. We are pleased to kick off the second annual Safe Streets Week with dedicated partners and experts, including representatives from the City of Greensboro, the Greensboro Urban Area MPO, the Greensboro Department of Transportation, the Greensboro Police Department, and Guilford County Emergency Services. It is now my honor to introduce Mary Kay Abuzuwader, Mayor Pro Tem and Mayor-elect of the City of Greensboro.
Thank you, Lydia. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we kick off Safe Streets Week and prepare to observe the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims. In 2024, too many lives were lost on Greensboro streets. Each traffic death represents a family, a friend, a neighbor, someone whose absence is deeply felt. Today, we honor their memory and we renew our commitment to creating safer streets for everyone. Safe Streets 2025 from November 10th through the 16th is a collaborative effort among the Greensboro Urban Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, the Greensboro Department of Transportation, the Greensboro Police Department, Guilford County Emergency Services, the Greensboro History Museum, and our community advocacy partners. We all work together under one shared goal to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries. Throughout the week leading up to the World Day of Remembrance on Sunday, we will host various events and there will be many activities to bring our community together. This initiative will help honor those we've lost and strengthen our dedication to making the Greensboro region safer and more compassionate. The end goal, it is to create a community committed to safety. When we look out for one another, whether behind the wheel, on a bike, or on foot, we can save lives. Safer streets are achievable, but it requires collective effort. We must reduce our speed. We must remain attentive. And we must responsibly share the road. If so, we can each contribute to this cause. Thank you for your participation in this critical initiative and for helping enhance the safety of our streets for everyone. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Tyler Meyer, the Greensboro MPO manager, who will elaborate on some of the key initiatives that the MPO is implementing to ensure safer streets for all. Tyler.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we gather today to kick off Safe Streets Week, our thoughts naturally turn to just how critical efforts to improve traffic safety are. From 2019 to 2023, the MPO region recorded 287 fatalities and 443 serious injury crashes on our roadways. The human impacts and the stories behind them are profound. Lives lost, lives forever altered by injury, families stricken by the loss of loved ones, and households changed in ways that can never be undone. These numbers and these stories are a call to action. In early 2024, the Metropolitan Planning Organization and the City of Greensboro were awarded a Safe Streets and Roads for All grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Highway Administration. Since that time, The MPO, the city, and our other partners have been developing a comprehensive safety action plan for the MPO area, including the city of Greensboro, the towns of Oak Ridge, Pleasant Garden, Sedalia, Stokesdale, and Summerfield, as well as much of unincorporated Guilford County. This effort builds on the foundation laid by Vision Zero Greensboro, especially the collaboration among transportation, law enforcement, emergency services, and public health agencies. With the addition of area towns and more of the county area covered by the effort, this work expands those partnerships in new and meaningful ways. As a part of the process, the planning team has reached out extensively to the community, attending over 20 public events where we heard people's stories, concerns, ideas, and priorities so far for improving traffic safety. An online survey has also generated close to 1,000 surveys so far. Scheduled for completion in early 2026, the Comprehensive Safety Action Plan takes a data-driven, safe system approach. It identifies systematic crash patterns in new and innovative ways and applies traffic safety principles across roadway, pedestrian, and public transportation networks. A key feature of the plan is its focus on prioritizing improvements targeted to the underlying causes, especially in areas where changes can make the most difference in terms of preventing fatal and serious injury crashes. The plan also supports enhanced education, enforcement, and policy coordination because human behavior and awareness play such a key role in shaping traffic safety outcomes. Before I close, I would like to take a moment to recognize the dedicated city staff and our valued partners, the Greensboro Police Department, Guilford County Emergency Services, the Greensboro History Museum, our community advocacy groups, and others. Your ongoing collaboration and hard work have made Safe Streets Week possible and will help move us closer to the goal of safer streets for everyone. Thank you for being part of the effort and for your dedication to protecting lives in our city and our region. Now, I would like to introduce Hannah Cockburn, the Director of the Greensboro Department of Transportation, who will talk more about local safety transportation programs and related efforts underway in Greensboro. Hannah?
Okay. Thank you, Tyler, and good afternoon. It really is a privilege to welcome everyone to today's kickoff for Greensboro Safe Streets Week. You say that 3 times fast. This is part of a worldwide initiative to remember the lives tragically lost in traffic crashes and advocate for safer streets. Thank you to all of our partners here today for your ongoing commitment to making Greensboro's transportation system safer for every roadway user. Our department's mission is to provide safe, seamless, and equitable transportation choices. This mission could not be more urgent. Last year, as has already been mentioned, there were 49 traffic fatalities in Greensboro, 24 drivers and their passengers, 20 pedestrians, and 5 motorcyclists. This senseless loss of life underscores how critically important traffic safety is to our work. Here in Greensboro, we have great examples of how we're investing in our system to make it safer for everyone. These include the Greensboro MPO's Transportation Advisory Committee, in collaboration with the North Carolina Department of Transportation, to fund pedestrian improvements in 30 intersections across the city to make our streets safer and more accessible for everyone who walks, rides, and rolls. Last year, with City Council support, the department launched a new program, the Neighborhood Traffic Management Program, to provide new tools and address safety concerns on neighborhood streets. Options include lowering speed limits, our Slow Your Roll driver awareness campaign, and the testing and installation of traffic calming measures. To date, this program has received more than 375 applications, indicating the interest across our community in safer streets. The locations are prioritized using quantitative data like vehicle speeds, traffic volumes, and crash history, alongside qualitative data from residents to ensure that resources are directed to customized solutions with the greatest impact. Today, I'm also excited to announce that as part of this year's effort, we are inviting middle and high school students between 11 and 17 years of age to submit artwork for our Slow Your Roll yard sign art contest. Winning designs will be incorporated into our Slow Your Roll yard signs that are distributed by the hundreds to all across the city. The website will have all of the contest details. Working together, we can change the way Greensboro moves, making our streets safer, one road user at a time. This week, we urge every road user to take action, for drivers to slow down and avoid distraction, for pedestrians to stop, look, and listen before crossing at designated locations, and for cyclists to be visible and to ride with the direction of traffic. No matter how you use our transportation system, your vigilance will help us save lives. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our esteemed partner from the Greensboro Police Department to provide a few marks, Assistant Chief Martis.
Thank you for being here. I want to thank our partners sitting behind me, and I also would like to thank the members of our Operational Support Division standing behind us. As we gather to launch Safe Streets Week, I want to take a moment to speak about one of the most persistent and preventable causes of deadly crashes on our roads. It's speeding. Last year, speeding contributed to nearly a quarter of all traffic fatalities in Greensboro. Behind each of those numbers is a name, a family, and a story ended far too soon. Excessive speeds not only reduce a driver's ability to react, it also increases the severity of every crash. The faster we drive, the smaller our margin for error, and the greater the cost when mistakes happen. Officers, like the one standing behind me, see the results of these tragedies far too often. We respond to scenes where a few extra miles per hour have meant the difference between a close call and a life lost. These moments stay with us forever, and they remind us that we are doing the work that matters. That's why the Greensboro Police Department is committed to doing our part through enforcement, education, and engagement. We're enhancing targeted speed enforcement in high-risk areas, partnering with the Greensboro Department of Transportation and the Metropolitan Planning Organization to identify problem corridors. And we're also working with the community to change behaviors before another tragedy occurs. We're also proud to support the city's Slow Your Roll campaign, a simple but powerful reminder that slowing down actually saves lives. Every driver has the power to prevent a tragedy by making one small choice. Please ease off the gas. Together with our partners in transportation, emergency services, and the community, we can make Greensboro streets safer for everyone, whether you're driving, walking, or biking. Let's honor those whose lives have been lost by someone not slowing down. Please continue to stay alert and look out for one another, because every life matters and every mile per hour counts. Now it is my pleasure to hand things over to Jim Albright, Director of Guilford County Emergency Services, who will share how his team is supporting our community's efforts to save lives every day. Director Albright.
Good afternoon. As someone who has spent my entire career in emergency services, it is impossible for me to ignore the human cost of crashes on our roads. When a call comes in about a serious collision, our paramedics, advanced EMTs, and EMTs respond immediately. But for too many families, these moments still change everything. We never lose sight of the human cost of these incidents. Behind every Guilford County EMS response is a story. A mother, a father, a child, or a friend whose life may never be the same. Our team works tirelessly to save these lives, yet sometimes, despite our best efforts, the outcome is heartbreaking. That's why Safe Streets Week means so much to all of us at Guilford County Emergency Services. As first responders, we understand the best way to treat these accidents is to avoid them. Prevention is the most powerful tool that we have. Every time a driver slows down, stays focused, or makes a safer choice, it means one less family experiencing their worst day. This week, as you notice the traffic cones displayed outside City Hall, I invite you to reflect on the lives that they represent. We encourage community members to place flowers in these cones throughout Safe Streets Week to honor and remember those that we've lost. Together with our partners in transportation, law enforcement, and public health, we aim to reduce the number of such calls. No family should have to endure such a momentous loss. Thank you for supporting our efforts and for remembering, honoring, and helping us make Guilford County's roads safer for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you to all our speakers. The work you do every day and the voices you bring to this cause move us closer each day to our shared goals of eliminating and reducing fatal and serious injury crashes. A special thank you as well to our dedicated staff again for your collaboration across departments and jurisdictions in preparing for Safe Streets Week. Throughout the week, the City of Greensboro, as the lead planning agency for the MPO, will continue to share important safety messages and details about the World Day of Remembrance bike ride taking place on this Sunday. This event will serve as a meaningful culmination of our Safe Streets Week activities. To our community, you too can play a vital role. Help us spread the word. Remind friends and loved ones to slow your roll. Or stop by City Hall to leave a flower in remembrance of someone who you lost in a traffic crash. Thank you for joining us today. This concludes our 2025 Safe Streets Week kickoff. Together, let's continue to build safer streets for everyone.